I feel great. You know what? I am. Actually, I was honored that they asked because I know how big this event is, and I know the guys that have spoken before me, and I know what a great job that Big Brothers Big Sisters of Fort Wayne has done. And it's not knowing it from researching this event. I've known it for a long time. I have a lot of friends from Fort Wayne, and I've been invited to come to this as a, just come to it as a patron. And I've never been able to make it, so I'm excited to be here and flattered that they would ask me to speak, which is pretty cool.
How surprised were you when they asked you?
Truthfully, when they asked me, I was honored more than anything else. I wasn't really surprised, but I was honored. Again, I know who has spoken here in the past, and I know that the magnitude of the event, and being in the media, you're able, probably more so in coaching, to touch people, influence lives, and all that. And one of my things has always been kids, whether it was Riley Children's Hospital down in, that's kind of my charity in Indianapolis. So anything for kids, I'm in pretty much.
So what's the importance of Big Brothers Big Sisters to you?
Well, you know what? I'm sad that I've never been involved. Like, I just spoke at a Dare dinner, and I was involved in that. My parents were, my kids went through Dare programs. So even though I've never been involved, all you got to do is spend 2 minutes understanding the mission of Big Brothers and Big Sisters, and you understand the importance not to anybody other than the people involved, like the kids. Having a chance back there for the last hour to meet the kids has been awesome, but even more than that, I always look at people that are willing to adopt and willing to take on a kid, and I'm like, man, that's pretty awesome. I didn't do that. Maybe I wish I had, but when you see the impact that these guys have, this is pretty cool.
We got to get to IU basketball. You spoke to Troy Williams today.
Yeah.
What did you think his mind was at? Did you think he was leaning one way or the other?
I thought Troy was, he said 50-50. I thought Troy was what he should be, which is, hey, look, I've got a 2-week period here, or week period here, where I'm going to try out. I'm going to meet with teams. And if you're going to go through the process, then you better be focused on that. They changed the rules. Indiana's always going to be there for him. I have no idea after talking to him where his brain is other than what he said, which was 50-50. So I think he's being smart and doing what he's doing, and I know Tom feels the same way.
If you were in his shoes, what factors would you use to make this decision?
Who was going to pick me and where? Because let's face it, playing at Indiana is a lot of fun. Being a senior at Indiana on a really good team, you have an opportunity to do something historic. The only way I'm leaving is if somebody, for the most part, or somebody's, assures me that I'm going to be a top first-round draft choice. The reason I say first round is because it's slotted. If you're a first-round draft choice, you're guaranteed 3 years of contract, 3 years of money. To me, that's the only way I would leave, because you have a great, not a good, you have a great fallback option, which is be a senior at Indiana, which is on a really good team, which I think is fun, really fun.
I was going to say, what do you think of Indiana's chances next year?
I was just talking to our guys in programming at ESPN. I think Indiana's going to be a top 10 team, and I think a little bit of it hinges on Troy, but not much. I think a couple of things are in play. They got to get a point guard. That's fine, okay, but they have such a good front line. They have good shooting. They're going to lose 3 guys that had a big effect. I thought Max Bielefeld, obviously Yogi, and Zaitslov had a big effect on Indiana's team. Not only in being leaders and mature, but they played well. And so you're going to lose that combination. But I think Indiana has so much talent there, experience, and I think the program is in such great footing that I be honest with you, I just told the guys at ESPN when they asked, this is top 10, top 15 team.
So you talk about the talent of the team itself. How do you think Tom Crean's been doing? How can his coach do?
I think he's been doing great. I look, when you become the coach at Indiana and you've never been at Indiana, it can be overwhelming. You don't realize how big it is, and I think Tom went through that a little bit. And then I think last year, Tom, and I don't want this to sound condescending, but I think he kind of settled in. I think he was more comfortable. He backed off his team a little bit. He had great leadership. So you know what? He's won 2 outright championships in 4 years, and it's incredibly hard to win outright championships in the Big Ten. It's incredibly hard. And I think he's doing a great job, and I anticipate he'll continue doing a great job.